Yeah, so welcome to this week's market review and expectation. Yeah, so as I do every week, I take a look at what I was expecting in the previous week against what the market delivered, and I also talk about what I'll be expecting in the coming week. Okay, but I have to change my approach today a little bit. I want to start from the fundamentals today. Okay, so on the fundamentals on Friday we are to expect NFP. Okay, and then also that's starting from the bottom up. Okay, so on Friday, 4th April at 5:45 p.m. That's FOMC member Wallace to speak, and also at 4:25 p.m. That's the high impact affecting the USD is the Fed chair Powell to speak. Okay, and then at 1:30 is the FOMC, sorry, the NFP. Yeah, so I'm looking at Powell's speech to actually inject more volatility compared to the NFP. Nevertheless, we don't have to, underestimate the potential of the NFP. Okay, and then in the morning at 9:30 a.m. affecting the GBP is the construction PMI. That's the mid impact news. And on Thursday, April 3rd, at 3 p.m. affecting the USD, high impact is the ISM service PMI. And at 2:45 p.m., mid impact affecting the USD is the final services PMI. And then at 1:30 p.m., affecting the USD, high impact is the unemployment claims. And at all day, we have the OPEC GMMC meeting. Okay, and on Wednesday, April 2nd, at 1:15 p.m., affecting the USD is the high impact. That's the non-farm employment change. And then on Tuesday, 1st April, we have the ISM manufacturing PMI, GOTS job openings. Those are high impact affecting the USD at 3 p.m. and the mid impact affecting the same USD is the ISM manufacturing prices. Okay, and the same day at 2:45 p.m. affecting the USD is the final manufacturing PMI, and at 1:30 p.m. affecting the USD the mid impact President Lagarde to speak. That's the European Central Bank president. Yeah, so in the morning affecting the euro the core CPI flash estimates. That's the those are mid impact news. And then on Monday, 31st March, we have the German prelim CPI. Okay, that's the high impact news. Okay, so let's head straight into the charts. Yeah, so this is the dollar index as I do, and then if you watch the previous week's lesson, you can see it's right at the top there. So if you watch the previous week's video, you would notice this is where price had traded to. Okay, on this particular can this is Sunday's trading, and we don't count it here. So this is the previous week's that's last week's trading. Okay, where we ended. So I was saying that I'm expecting price to have a brief retracement into this fair value gap. Okay, and I'm looking at the lower end of it, but possibly price can reach the midpoint of it. Indeed, we gravitated towards the midpoint but couldn't reach there before we gave up the ghost. Okay, on Thursday and Friday. Yeah, so I'm looking at price continuing downwards, the first target being this low here, and then the higher end of the monthly fair value gap. If you take a look at the monthly fair value gap, you would see this particular level. Okay, is what I'm denoting right here. Okay, yeah, so from this level, from the low here, you can drop into the midpoint of that particular monthly level. Okay, yeah, so that is it. But should price break this high on this candle, the high on this candle, okay, I'm looking at price reaching into the midpoint here. Okay, this midpoint which comes in at 104.906. okay, and that should resist price to go lower. But should we lose that level to I'm looking at the low on this candle, which comes in at 106.156. okay, 106.156. That's the feed from Xness. Okay, Yeah, so that was my expectation for the coming week, and then as we expect lower prices in the dollar index, we expect to see higher prices in the euro and then the pound. Okay, and should the second instance this level be breached, okay, the higher be breached, you can expect lower prices in the um, foreign currencies. Okay, yes, the foreign currency, that the euro and then the pound, should expect them to drop. Yeah, so let's see what the market has to deliver, and then let's stay safe. Thank you.